Greetings, welcome, welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Trying to look this way. Um, we have Sunday vibes going on right now. This is Sunday vibes going on, y'all. Right now, I'm waiting on food. I hope y'all are doing wonderful. Hope y'all are all doing great. Today, it was 78 degrees, November 9th, 78 degrees. The weather is beautiful, y'all. It's like to the point where you don't even need a jacket. People are out here with t shirts on and shorts. That's how beautiful the weather is. Um, I don't know what the weather is like where you are. You said, I'm over here about to explode. What's wrong? Are you upset? This is supposed to be a relaxing evening. What is going on, Dawn? Let me know what's going on. Um, y'all, I think my throat is feeling a little funny. And so what I'm going to do when I get to the house, I'm going to probably drink some tea and spray my throat with colloidal silver spray because I think those little heathens might have, I don't want to speak it into existence, but also they were coughing and I sneezed earlier and I sneezed yesterday. You said you're mad, furious, heartbroken, betrayed by who? What happened? Um, I'm just really trying to get a hold of my energy as well, Dawn, because you know what, I don't know if you saw my live stream Friday night, early Saturday, 8 in the AM. It's 33 degrees where you are. Where are you located? That is cold. Um, but I was talking about the fact that sometimes people don't want to see you succeed, and sometimes people don't like to see you reap what you are worth, especially if you're melanated. A lot of times, Caucasians don't like to see you with anything. They don't want to conduct business with you if they think you're going to make money. Um, it's okay if you're doing like a mediocre job, or you're in Chicago. That would explain it. That would explain it. So I was talking about that, the fact that I was helping out someone and basically she was in dire need and she had to make a decision by Friday. So Wednesday she reached out. I met with her immediately, went over everything with her, uh, you know, and basically directed her to my contacts and resources. um, I was on top of my job. It's just that her sister told her about another person, and then she wanted to go with this other person for no reason, really. She said that I was excellent, exceptionally professional. But if she knows anyone in the future, she'll refer me. But it didn't have anything to do with that. I'm gonna tell you something. Be really careful with the Caucasians and the Caucasoids. All right. I'm not saying it's all of them, but a majority, great amount of them will rather not work with you, especially if you're a realtor, because they don't want you making money off of them, okay? They'll give it to a white person, and that's just the nature of the world that we live in. So that was a lesson learned, and really, I opt not to really deal with them on that level. Now they don't care if like you help them like find a rental, but if they think you're going to make a commission, a lot of them, not all, are not going to want to work with you. You said your friends just betrayed you and joined another side, the same person you protected them from. And hold on, I don't know where you're. Hold on, I gotta try to bring. I can't find your comment. I'm gonna try to bring your comment back up if I can. I couldn't read the whole thing. It tapped off the screen. Something about they joined the other side and somebody that you protected them from. They were talking behind your back. You're gonna have to post that comment again because I couldn't. It already went off the screen, and I don't know how to go back and get it. Let me see if I can. You got your notebook. You don't need to get your notebook out, Lonesome Dove. I'm just talking, not about much. Um, you said, yeah, real estate. No, I was basically reiterating the fact that we've already spoken about this. A lot of Caucasians are not going to work with melanated realtors because they don't want the melanated realtors to make money off of the transaction. I mean, people can get offended, get mad. I don't care because that's really the reality of what it is here. And that's just the nature of business, y'all. So right now, I am sitting in the car. I'm waiting for my food to get ready. I actually ordered the dumplings that I had the other week. So I'm back at my spot. I was in this area and I decided to stop since I'm here. I think Don said he's upset. It was something he put on the screen. I couldn't read the whole thing because it tapped off the screen. Back at my spot. I was in this area. Okay, hold on. Let me turn this down. All right, I'm looking on my other phone. Okay, so you said your friends betrayed you and joined the other side, the same person you protected them from, and they accused you of something you didn't do the other day. Those are not friends. Friends don't do that. You said they joined Malik's side, the same person. Okay. Those are not friends. If they're going to be talking behind your back and like basically picking a side that you protected them from, and switching sides and stuff, you need to stop dealing with these people. Believe it or not, most of the people that we think are our friends are not friends. Even coworkers that you talk to, colleagues, those are not friends. Um, you gotta take everybody with a grain of salt in this world. Even if you have a significant other, unfortunately, they can be jealous of you. Females go through this all the time where males will be jealous of them, okay? And they will throw things in their face. Point in case, I've heard females say that males have thrown things in their face as far as like having a degree. That happened to me, and I never mentioned my degrees, but they saw them on the wall and they'll throw in the fact of your car, what type of car you drive. That got thrown in my face before. That happened to my friend as well. That the degrees got thrown in someone else's face because she was talking about it on social media. And then also they'll throw in the face that in your face if you have your own place of residency. That got thrown in my face before, got thrown in my friend's face. So, like I said, you have to be careful with everybody. If people that are supposed to be your significant others will do that, what do you think so-called friends will do? You had their backs, you supported them, and this is the thanks you get. Am I a problem to this world? You got to stop feeling like you are the problem and stop falling into that victim role, that victim mentality, and you're going to have to basically switch the narrative and tell yourself, because I'm telling you this advice because my friend that I was talking to over the weekend that's going through it at the school, she does the same thing. She has like this situation where people like to team up and gang up on her, and she'll start to question herself, and you can't be doing that because that weakens your power, right? So you have to just basically use this to empower yourself and to get tougher and tell yourself, F these people, those so-called associates, those colleagues, those so-called for F them. F these clients out here, F these children out here at the schools. If they want to be disrespectful, they want to be rude, F the staff members. Whoever is causing you stress in your life, F them. And you have to really think like that, y'all. I know it's not easy. I know it's hard because you think that these people are somebody they're not. They're just another human being walking this globe, walking this earth. The same way they came around, the same way you'll get more people to come into your life. And you know what? Also, ask, pray, and demand, command from the universe, your divine spirits, creators, and ancestors, that you get rid of people that are meant for no good in your life. If they mean you no good, it's a good thing that you found out now instead of later on. Just like in my situation with that transaction, we could have been under contract this weekend. We could have been closing before the year was out. By December, she could have been closed. And you know what? He said the whole group ganged up on you and claimed they're joking and it's not funny. Take that with a grain of salt and learn your lesson from it. There is a lot of truth when people joke. They put a lot of truth and meaning behind jokes and they hide behind jokes, but sometimes people really tell the truth in their jokes. So just take that with a grain of salt. And I just thought about it. I was like, even though that happened to me over the weekend with that potential client, I got to look at myself like this. She's a first time home buyer, right? This Caucasian female. I already, am a homeowner, a brand new house that I was blessed with, right? And she's living in a townhome that's pre-built, and that's fine for her. And I gotta think of it like this. I have a real estate license where I'm able to procure more business. I have a clothing brand where I'm able to procure more business. I have social media following and platforms where I can procure more opportunities for myself. I have to tell myself I'm a beautiful person inside and outside, right? And I looked at how she looks and I looked at how I looked. And I'm just saying, I am already winning in life. So sometimes, even that could have been easily roughly about a $6,000 commission check, easy one at that. Don't worry about it because you know what? There are plenty more opportunities coming my way. So Don the Lakers, you need to listen to this because don't you know yesterday as I was driving, I looked at my phone, I had a missed call, a missed voice message from a prior client that I had worked with earlier. I was trying to help her find a rental because she had just sold her house. So I was wondering if she sold her house, why is she going into a rental property, right? Well, she saved my information. And you know what she told me? I met with her over the summer and she said, "You seem like you had our best interest at heart. So we wanted to meet with you." By the time I got up to leave from the table, she said, "I'm ready to sign the papers right now." But then she said she wanted to wait because her sister was having surgery. Her sister finally had the surgery. You said I was seconds away from snapping completely until you came on the live. Um, Hold on. I'll have to go back and read it. Her sister had the surgery and they hit me up yesterday, left me a voice message, and she said, "I finally finished my home buyer courses. We finished the classes. We're ready to move forward. We want to start looking and we need to move fast. They're trying to do something by January." So you see, where one opportunity fell apart, there's another opportunity knocking. So I was supposed to meet with her today after the open house, but she called. She said something came up, but I've already put the lenders on notice so that we can get the ball rolling. Like I don't play around with people. I don't play around with business. I don't play around with the client's time or my time. And Dawn, that's how you have to be. You cannot play around with your time. You cannot play around with your energy. Let me see what you're saying in the comment section. Hold on, because I couldn't read all of it. You said I was about seconds away from snapping completely until you came on live, which stopped me from going into my dark side and throwing my life away. Yeah, you got to stop thinking and talking like that, for one thing. Um, that type of mentality has to change, about throwing your life away. Am I the problem? What is it? That's like a victim mode, a victim mentality, which I know we all have those moments, but you got to stop feeding into it, honestly. And in a few minutes, I have to go in here and get my food. About 4 more minutes. Actually, I'll check my email and see if they emailed me to let me know if it's done or not. But and then I still need to go to the store, y'all, because I have to get kitty litter, cat food, canned cat food for Prancer because that's what he loves to eat. He doesn't really like the other dry food. Like there's these cats are freaking spoiled, y'all. Look at this little petite lady. Oh, she's like my size, y'all, walking across the street. She's an older woman. I'm seeing a look, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna let y'all see. All right, walking across the street. You're about to see this real petite lady, and she has like on this blue dress, and she's walking. Hold on, I'm gonna try to zoom in. Look at her. Y'all see that lady? That she reminds me of kind of like of myself. Thank you for going live because I need you in my life. Thank you. Welcome. She reminds me kind of like how I would be if I got older. Not saying I would look like that, but my size and stuff. And I saw these two little Caucasian ladies at the gas station just now. They were really petite, and I said something to them. I was like, "Look at y'all looking all petite and cute." Yeah, because I don't see a lot of petite women walking around like me, so it's just kind of unusual. But yeah, I just wanted to go live. You said you saw? I just wanted to go live and just, spread some vibes with y'all because I tried to do the live stream from the open house today and the reception was so poor. It was so terrible out there. So I will be posting that video on my YouTube channel, on my real estate channel, and I might post it on this channel. We'll see. But it was a beautiful house. That house was priced. The asking price was going for $668,900, so just under $670,000. Y'all, I had showed that neighborhood to my clients back in 2020, but they ended up moving like 5 minutes up the way to like this other neighborhood. And that neighborhood, the house that I showed them, they would have had a basement. It was a new construction community at the time. But for whatever reason, they chose something else. You said it's like you sense my intense feelings from far somehow and went live. You just never know. The universe is always on time, y'all. And we just got to give thanks for that. I'm going to tell you how good the universe is because the spirits, angels, and ancestors are conspiring for us, Dawn and Lonesome Dove. We got to think of it like this. I was traveling, right? And I'm like, oh, I can make it. I can make it. I'm looking at the gas hand. I saw that the light was on. I'm driving. I'm driving. I'm driving. Finally, all of a sudden, that gas hand looked like I wasn't going to make it, y'all. I got scared. I got nervous. I turned the air conditioner off. I let the windows down. I was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't let this happen to me. This has never happened to me before. Don't let it happen to me today." So, I even turned the freaking radio off, y'all. I didn't want any power coming from the this was my fault because I had passed the gas station. I'm like, "Oh, I got time. I can make it." I'm like, I'm on a steady move. I wasn't even going the speed limit anymore. Cars were passing me. The speed limit was like 70. I was going like 65 already on the interstate. Then when I got off, I was just like going at a very moderate, low rate of speed. Everybody was passing me. Finally, y'all, I was like typing in on Google the nearest gas station closest to me. And as I'm going, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to let all the cars pass and I'm just going to go as slow as I need to go and try to coast and not mash on the gas, right? Finally, y'all, the thing said 3 minutes to the gas station. I thought it was further away. So I'm looking, I'm going through the red light. I'm like, oh, I don't want to keep stopping and starting because I feel like it's going to take more gas. So I try to ease my way onto the brakes and ease my way when I pull off. So I'm like, I'm real intense. My heart is starting to kind of like pound. My breathing is a little different. I'm anxious, right? And I'm just focused. I'm concentrating. Do y'all hear this car? It's a bunch of bass. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's my timer, y'all. Let me tell y'all this real quick, and then I gotta go get my food. Why do people need to be seen and heard and blast their music like and vibrate the freaking entire block with their bass? That is so ignorant. I thought we were over that by now. But anyway, y'all. Finally, it says point 0.9 miles to the gas station. So I'm driving, I'm driving. It's two more red lights. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me make it, let me make it. I made it through the red light. Then I turned right. I turned prematurely. So I had to go through this loop and I had to go through a circle. I was like, oh, don't let me stop in the circle, man. Don't let me stop in the circle, y'all. Because instead of me just going straight, I could have just turned right into the gas station, but I turned prematurely because I was so anxious to make it. So I go around the loop, I go around the circle. All right, now I am going in slow motion at this point. Thank you, Don. I go in slow motion, right? And this truck pulls out in front of me because I'm taking so long. And he had time to make it because I was going so slow. Finally, I coasted, y'all. I coasted into the gas station. I found the gas pump. I coasted to that gas pump. I was the one in the middle. I pulled right up. I said, "Oh." You know that sigh of relief that you have, like, "Oh, you're so grateful and thankful." Yeah, I was thinking the spirits, the angels, the ancestors, the creators, everybody. And I was just like, you know what? Somebody's looking out for me. So, Dawn, somebody's looking out for you. Regardless of these people doing what they do, regardless of these clients that don't want me to win. And I'm not going to say clients don't want me to win. I'm going to say that Caucasians don't want to see us with anything. I pulled and made it into that gas station. Yeah, it was a win-win, safe and sound, and I was just grateful and thankful. I said I'll never do that to myself ever again, y'all. Ever again. I don't care. So I put $20 in the tank. That took it to half. I have half a tank in the vehicle right now. I am so grateful and thankful for this half a tank. I don't even know why I procrastinated. I should have stopped earlier, but no, I'm telling myself, oh, I can make it. I can make it. Don't ever do that to yourselves, y'all. Don't do that to yourself. It's not worth it. But anyway, y'all, as you can see, the sun is kind of going down out here, and I need to go in and check my food. Hold on one second. Let me see if they sent me an email. Let me see if they sent me an email. Hold on. They did not send an email. I thought they were going to let me know when it was done. I ordered it at 4:48. They said 30 to 35 minutes. Right now it is 5:18. So I'm going to mosey my way in here. Now you might hear some wind. It is starting to get a little breezy out here. So I'm going to set this phone. Hopefully I can set this phone somewhere. Hold on. Let me set it right here. Let me set the phone right here, and I'm going to put this on because I still need to go to the store, y'all. That's the sad part. I still need to go to the store. Um, and then after that, I'm headed back to the house, y'all. So that's what's going on with me today. How are y'all doing out there? What's going on with y'all? Uh, Lonesome Dove and Don, I hope y'all are having a good Sunday. Don't worry about those haters. You know, tell them join your fan club. This is what I put in the car with me, y'all. Brought this inside with me. Um, all right. I'm gonna try to carry this inside. I hope they don't look at me like, why is she wearing a microphone? Why is she carrying her phone like that? You know, people are nosy. All right, yeah, it's getting chilly out here, y'all. It's getting quite chilly. I could have put my earphones in, but that's okay. Here comes the police, y'all. Ooh, y'all. This breeze is fun. That's not a police, it's tailor-made service. Don't this look like a police car? That look just like a police car. All right, I'm going across the street. He said, that's why you admire me. Thank you. All right. Thank you, y'all. Whew. It's a breeze blowing. Y'all might be able to hear it. Look how beautiful the trees are. Isn't that beautiful? Y'all make sure you like my video. All right, I gotta go in here. That does look like 12. It does, doesn't it? It does. All right. I might put it on mute because I got to talk to the people for a second. In here. We're out of there, y'all. We're out of there. Pick out. What is going on? Is this the map? The Google map is coming through here, y'all. All right. So they're out here playing. It's a nice little area over here. I'm headed back. All right, let me let them go. Y'all, I wish I didn't have to stop by the store, but why is this thing talking? Hold on one second. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why this thing was talking. I had to turn the Bluetooth off. What was that? That was the Bluetooth. I mean the hold on. That was hold on one second, y'all. I don't know if it's gonna stay up here or not. That was the GPS talking. That was the GPS talking. and I had to turn it off. I don't know why it was still on. Maybe I forgot to turn it off. But anyway, got my goodies in the spam caller, y'all. A spam caller tried to call just now. It seems like every time I go live, it's always something trying to break up my live stream. Y'all notice that? That's the devil. I'm scared to turn the car on because if I turn the car on, it's gonna connect to Bluetooth. It's gonna kick out the sound. It's the devil. I'm telling you, that's what it is. So I'm just sitting here right now. I don't want to sit here too long, but let me see. I'm gonna try to bring this up on my other phone. Yeah, every time I come on here, it's always like an interruption. That was just a spam caller trying to call through. It's always something. The devil works in mysterious ways, y'all. Just know that. Okay, so I can still be seen, I can still be heard. It's a shame I have to do this every time I go live. I drop the phone. Every time I go live, I gotta double check everything that I do. Yeah, it's always something. That's how the universe works. That's how the evil entities work. Oh, she out there throwing a football. What they throwing? Oh no, they throwing a softball, y'all. I'm being nosy. I'm being so nosy right now. Should I eat my food right now? Sunday vibes 4 hours and 39 minutes. I'm trying to see if I can click on my live stream. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Well, thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate it. You said I'd be nosy sometimes myself. I sure look. Everybody's nosy. Let's see what this gotta smell it, right? Let's see what it smells like. Okay. Because at first I was like, I didn't like the way that was smelling. I'm like, what is that smell? Okay. But these are dumplings. Edamame gyoza dumplings. You got some for you? Ah, I barely got enough for myself. I barely got enough for myself, y'all. But I'm gonna sit here and eat this real quick. I meant to I meant to get 2 orders of these so I could have some for tomorrow. Tomorrow, guess what I'm doing tomorrow, y'all? Tomorrow I'm the English learner teacher. So I don't have to substitute teach tomorrow. I'm just going to deal with teaching of the English, okay? So helping read and write and stuff like that. Yeah, I should have asked them for a cup of water. I forgot to get water. And usually I try to bring water with me when I leave. Hmm. So it's been sitting for a while because it's not even warm. It's not even hot. I should have gone in there earlier, y'all. It's just a little snacky snack. You said don't let the kids do what? Hold on, let me see what you're saying. Don't let the kids give you a hard time. They're not. They're not gonna do that tomorrow. Luckily, it's still light outside. Mm, 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 mm. If I'm not too tired later on, I'll try to go live, y'all. Okay. It's already getting dark in Chicago. It's getting dark here. The sun is going down already. By the time I get home, it will be dark. Because I gotta stop by the store. I stay at the store. It's like I be at the store almost every day. I'm tired of it. It's a blessing, right? Because at least we can go to the store and get what we need. I should have gotten 2 orders of these. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, those dumplings are like a treat to me. So whenever I'm over here, I get the craving for those things, and I just say, you know what? Treat yourself. Sometimes you gotta treat yourself, y'all. Treat yourself really well. I gotta get going because I gotta go to the store, y'all. So unfortunately, I gotta sign on off of here, but I'll tune in with y'all later. Stay blessed, okay?